Hello, fourth grade artists. Today is our first day of virtual learning. So for today, we will be doing an Origami Dragon Eye. Before we get to that project, we will go over the 7 elements of art. So we have line, shape, space, value, form, texture, and color. For this project, we will be focusing on value. So this is what the dragon eye will look like in the end. This is mine. You are able to close and open it. In celebration of the Chinese New Year, which was on January 25th of 2020 this year, we are creating an Origami Dragon Eye. Although this is the year of the rat, we are celebrating the dragon because the dragon represents wisdom, power, and wealth. We need an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, like this, but we are going to cut this paper to be a perfect square. So I need a ruler, and you're also going to need crayons, okay? If you don't have crayons, you can also use color pencils. This paper is going to be 8.5 by 8.5, okay? So we are going to use our ruler, and we're gonna just do a double check measure. And I see here we need a pencil, and we are going to measure that this is 8.5, and then we are going to flip the paper horizontally and measure 8.5 by 8.5 so that we have a perfect square. Then you can use your ruler to draw a line from both points. I drew points on both ends of the paper, here and here. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw a line connecting both points, like this. I'm going to take my scissors. This is the only time that we will be using scissors in doing origami. I'm going to cut from one point to another, like this. Now we have a perfect square that is 8.5 by 8.5 on each side, like that. The excess paper you can just store away. Now we are going to start our Origami Dragon Eye. Now we are going to fold corner to corner. So corner, press down, go one side with one finger and the opposite side with another finger. So make sure you press it down nice and good, because when we open it, we want to be able to visibly see the crease. Then we're going to flip it on the next corner and go corner to corner, like so. Press it down nice and good. So now we want to be able to visibly see an X at the center of your paper. Now moving on to the next step. We are going to fold this corner to the center. Press it down, fold, like so. Now grabbing the bottom of this paper and folding that to the center horizontal line. Fold and fold, like that. You want to do that same step on the opposite side. So the point should be facing you now. And then you're going to fold that to the center horizontal line. Fold, fold. Then grab the bottom of the paper. Make sure that it's laying flat. And we are going to fold this to meet the above. There we go. And fold, fold. So they should meet shut like this, and you should have a long rectangle with 2 points, like this. What we're going to do is we're going to unfold the entire piece, okay? So you should be able to see all of your lines, like so. Now, we are going to inward fold. Fold like that, should meet the first line, and then the second line, two-fold. Do the same two-fold on the opposite side. So we're going to fold like this, 1 and 2. like this. Now, we are going to draw a circle in the center of your paper so that it could be the eye, the eyeball of your dragon. I'm going to use this here. This is just a ribbon spool. You can use anything that you have in your home that is a circle shape that could fit in here. Things that could be used to fit could be a cup, or if you have a jar, anything that is small enough to fit in this space. I'm going to take my pencil, and my spool is just a little teeny big, so I'm just going to lift these two flaps a little bit, and I'm going to outline this circle here. So the iris of a dragon eye is like a circle, but it has points at the top and the bottom. So I'm gonna draw it like that and like this. Now we are going to draw the reflective light. The reflective light is a circle, and now we are going to do a warped trapezoid. So it is warped because it is in the circle of the eye, okay? And it is reflective light, and an eyeball is circular. There we go. So if you want to change things up a little bit, you can. This is looking kind of funky, so I'm just going to change it up a little bit. Now we're going to move on to adding color. I'm using crayons. So this is where we're going to focus on value. If you remember, value is the lightness and darkness of one color, okay? So we are going to change the value of one color by adding pressure and releasing the amount of pressure that we're adding to the paper. So I would like my eye, our sample eye, I did it blue and purple, which is pretty fun. So I am going to do blue and purple again. So be sure that you are coloring around the reflective areas, okay? The reflective areas are to stay white because they are reflecting light. So we're going to jump right into it. So I want the corners of my eye to be purple, and as it moves closer to the eye, I want it to be blue and then purple again. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So we're just going to start from the outside of the pupil, and we're just going to add pressure. I'm applying pressure so that I know that this is where the darkness of this color starts, and as you move outward, you are going to reduce the amount of pressure that you are applying so that the color gets lighter, like so. See that? So we're gonna keep going around the edge of this. Just kind of wipe off that little excess of crayon that we have. Now we are going to go around the eye. We're going to go around the eye, okay? Like a ball. I'm applying pressure, just putting a hard line like that. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add pressure, reduce the amount of, gradually reducing the amount of pressure that I'm adding to the paper so that it gets lighter. This creates a sense of depth. It makes a shape look round, more three-dimensional. We're going to do the same to the opposite side. For those white areas that I left, I want to apply my blue. We are overlapping color now. We're introducing another color to the value of purple. In overlapping, you need to apply pressure where it's needed, and then you need to reduce the amount of pressure that you're adding because we want to see that there's still a gradual change in color. So now we're going to do the same that we did here on this side, and we're going to be sure that we do not put any color inside the reflective light. And if we get a little bit of color in there, that's okay. Boom! This is what you want. Now we are going to add black for the pupil. What I did for the sample is that I left a ring of white around the white pupil here. Can you see that? I left a ring of white light around the pupil. I think it just adds another dramatic effect for the dragon eye. So I did it. If you don't want to do it, that is okay. I'm going to start adding black to my pupil, leaving a white ring around the pupil. Now we are done, but if you want to do something super fancy to this dragon eye, here's a little trick. So we are going to add, with our black crayon, we are going to add lines in this pupil eye to give it some more three-dimensional effect. These are curved lines that are going from the inside of the black pupil around this eyeball. So we're going to do the same on the opposite side, like that. So these are curved lines that are going from the inside and curving like this. And they're changing the direction of the curve when they go left to right.
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this art project. More art videos will be posted very soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the KO Production channel. Goodbye, see you soon.